Oh, look at that. Should we just do the interview in German? Do you think that would work?
Well, we could, but it would be very short.
Man, so many of these people are here to see you.
That was so amazing with the dragon and with the Pixelmondo. How cool was that?
I know. Did you learn something new watching the presentation?
Yeah, I thought I was going to go find that booth. The school and all. Oh, yeah, that's me.
Well, yeah, that is you, very big up on screen. So thank you so much for being here, Nikolaj. It's our honor to have you. And this is our first edition of the CCXP Cologne. Did you have some time to look around?
I did.
Yeah? Did you like what you
It looks very, it's very professional, very impressive.
Cool. So obviously we would love to talk with you about Jamie. I can't imagine this is a role that really changed your life, is it?
I don't know if it's changed my life. It was a great role. I would say other things change your life. Time, family, and friends, but it was a fantastic series to be a part of, and I met some wonderful people. We had, great colleagues, and obviously to experience the success of that show has been overwhelming, and just to be here now and all you guys, it's I still find it quite insane, but it's fun. But changing your life, I don't know. I think if you think back 10 years when we started, it's 10 years now, more or less, we started shooting the pilot. Yeah, my life has changed. But I think if you think back 10 years, you would also think, yeah, your life changed. I don't know what caused it. Does that make sense?
Absolutely, that absolutely makes sense. So do you remember your first script reading with the other cast? And back then, would you have thought that Jamie and this whole show would become that big?
No, nobody imagined. I remember the first reading of the pilot. It was quite tense. We had 3 cameras shooting, and they told us before. They said, "This is just for like behind the scenes." Because you think, are they going to cut someone? And they said, no, we're not going to cut. Next day, 2 actors lost their jobs. so it was, but listen, we didn't expect it. We shot the pilot, the original pilot. We had to reshoot most of it because it was not very good. We actually, at the premiere of the last season, the original cast members got together and Dan Weiss and David Benioff, the creators, they showed us the original pilot, and I really hope it will never be shown. That's so bad.
Jamie is such a special character because at the beginning you think like, oh, okay.
He's one of the only ones with a name that you remember. I mean, all the other guys, you kind of have to watch 3 or 4 episodes because you go, what?
That's true also. And
Barry's. Tyrion. Anyway, go ahead.
And that's fine. And Jamie has such a special development that he makes. What is it you really, really like about this character?
Well, I think one of the great things about the show and about this character is the nuances that I remember reading the first script, and at the end of the script, he's having sex with his sister and tries to kill an innocent boy, and I thought this is a fantastic way to start a character, because how can you like someone like that? He's just horrible. He's got no morals and all these things. And then, of course, I spoke to the creators, and they explained the first 3 seasons. So the whole thing about don't judge a book by its cover, I think applies to Jamie. That you find out over the years that the whole Kingslayer name he's been given is, yeah, he killed the king, but he actually did it for quite good reasons, to stop a genocide from happening. And yes, you should not have that kind of relation with your sister, but he loves her. you know, and then you can relate to the whole idea of falling in love with someone you shouldn't fall in love with. And he's actually a very loyal man, and I think he has a lot of good qualities. And I love the idea that you have to find out through the years. And then, of course, later on, he has such a great arc with the Brain of Tarth, which was a wonderful bonus, I think.
We all lived with the characters of Game of Thrones.
Why did he leave her again?
Why did he? I think we all thought that. Is it something where you went like, why did they write the script like that? Or do you think, well, they probably had reasons why they wrote it like this?
What's your reason?
If it was up to you, would you have stayed with her?
Oh, it was up to me. If you want to do what was good for him, no, but we all know people when we look at the relationship, you go, this is fucked up. I mean, please, you gotta leave him or leave her. It would be so much better for you, but you can only walk your own shoes. And for Jamie, me personally, looking at the show, I don't think there was any. He didn't have a choice. He had to go back to Cersei. Even though we were like, no, God damn it, it's so painful. I thought it made sense, and I thought it was beautiful, and I really liked the fact that, because everybody wanted Cersei dead, and I love the idea that at the very end, when she does die, it does leave you with a kind of a bitter taste in your mouth, which is great. I mean, yeah, well, I'm sure we're going to get to the final season questions.
Since you brought it up.
But think about it this way. It's been like this every season, more or less. I remember season 1, Ned Stark died after episode 9 aired. People went crazy. We were never going to watch this piece of shit show again. It's the worst thing. How could you kill Ned Stark? He's the hero. God damn you, HBO, my subscription has been cancelled. And then the ratings went up. And after episode 3 of season 8, people did an online petition. And 1 million people signed up, and the week after the ratings went up. I'm not saying there's anything right or wrong. I'm just saying it really is, and it sounds weird maybe. I thought it was wonderful with all the passion. I know for some of my colleagues it was a little difficult. To be honest, they found it difficult to deal with.
For who exactly?
Give us names.
Please.
Give us names. No, but it was the thing about when you're online and you get passionate about something, you kind of forget that there are recipients sometimes. That's the beauty of social media. Did you hear about the online petition for Stranger Things, by the way?
I haven't. You guys?
It was, because we had the big Game of Thrones, and there was an online petition for Netflix had to cancel Good Omens. And Netflix tweeted out saying, done, you're right, we're gonna cancel Good Omens. Then Amazon tweeted out, okay, well, we will cancel Stranger Things then. So the people who did this whole petition didn't know that Good Omens was not on Netflix. It was a show from Amazon. But you can still get carried away. I know that thing, I read something on Facebook, yes, it's terrible. I have no idea what it is, but it sounds bad. Anyway, where were we? You were asking me questions and I started talking, and
I think since you brought it up, we have to talk about the last season and the last episodes. We all lived with your characters so long.
Well, let me say one thing,
yes.
Because I was thinking about this. Every year between seasons, after season 4, 5, when we went off book, nobody knew what was going to happen. Us actors, right? And I hate that. I like to know what's going to happen next. So of course you spend a year imagining what's going to happen. I think you might know the feeling of you imagine, well, I think Jamie's going to do this, and when he finds out, it's going to. And then I get the script, and of course it's nothing like what I imagined. So every year I spend a week or 2 weeks being really frustrated. and having to talk to the writers that, why are we doing this? And I don't understand that. And then slowly I realized, well, there is no alternative reality. There is only that script.
So that now that everything is finished, are you satisfied with your ending?
Yeah, Jamie's ending.
Of course.
Yeah, but, yeah, I'm satisfied. I mean, it's the ending. It's my point is there is no alternative. There's not like HBO is not going to do another season 8. I mean, it's what it is. And I think if you watch the whole thing in one go and not have to wait 2 years, it'll grow on you. I mean, having said that, I mean, there's a lot of people who kind of liked it, who didn't. But I understand there are people that were unhappy with it, especially the ones that named their daughters Daenerys because she was the hero turned into. But I still find that was a little surprising that you didn't see that one coming. I mean, that was she kind of. I mean, a girl who was given away to a pretty and violently raped, and then she had the most extreme Stockholm syndrome I've ever seen, and then had her brother killed in front of her, and she didn't really. That was like, oh yeah, well, he was a bit of an asshole, so he deserved that. I mean, she had issues.
Yes, you did.
Anyway, but I understand if you have your little daughter, it's called Daenerys, and suddenly you have to explain her why she can't play with fire anymore.
So we have a little video that I would love to take a look at. It's the video number 4. Can we roll that, please? Such an intense scene.
It was intense. Yeah, we shot in Spain in a place called Cáceres, outside of Cáceres. It was amazing. It was 3-4 weeks. I loved that. It was so much fun. And the whole episode was one of my favorite episodes of the season. That action sequence was just the execution. I love horses, and the horse wranglers on Game of Thrones are just some of the best. The stunt guys, I mean, they were standing on horseback and coming down the Dothraki before this. It was, one of my best memories from shooting.
Saw Peter Dinklage on screen.
Yes.
I absolutely love the relationship between your 2 characters. That was like a highlight for me. Do you still keep the bromance alive?
Yes, of course. Yes. No, I mean, there are, a lot of friendships, and that's not going to go away. And when you have had an experience like this, you share 10 years together on something like this, I think that's always going to be a bond, unbreakable. So, Lena, Peter, Jerome, Gwendolyn, of course, it's a lot of great friends.
I would love to give our audience the chance to ask you some questions also, because I'm sure there are a lot of people who have some interesting questions. Do we have a microphone? Yes, we do. Perfect.
Hello, nice to meet you. My name is Calvin from Brazil, and I would like to ask a question still related to the episode 5 from season 8, where Jamie makes the decision to go back to Cersei. And it was during a long time, there was this theory around the fandom about the Valonqor that Jamie will be the one actually killing Cersei. It was between him and Tyrion. Do you feel that the way that actually ended, the way that actually the both of your characters ended up would be, I don't know, it will be how much it will be for you if actually that prophecy would be the actual ending?
Thank you for the question. You came all the way from Brazil. Well, cool. There are a lot of ideas. There's so many ways you could go. I think I like the simplicity, and I like the truthfulness to that. And I think that the fact is that for a moment he tried to live the dream of what if I could cut the ties. Clearly, there's a real connection with this Brienne. What if I could just, close my eyes and the past would be gone? But the woman, the woman that he shared his life with, he had 3 kids with, another one coming, is about to get overrun and killed by, the rest of the world. It's impossible for him not to try and go back. So I think it made sense. I always imagined in my mind that it was going to be Arya disguised as Jamie who would do it, right? And I thought, wow, that's cool, because clearly we've seen so much of this face swapping, we're going to get there. But I think, as I said before, there's all these alternatives. We could all, and I'm sure all of us here could think of 100 different cool endings or different variations. The thing is, there are only 2 or 3 guys who were writing this, and this is what they came up with, and there is no alternative. This is it. And I thought it made sense, and I thought it was a beautiful, sad ending. My favorite last scene with Jamie is without Jamie. It's actually the scene with Gwendolyn, with Brienne of Tarth, when she's commander of the Kingsguard, when she's filling in the blanks in the book. I thought that was very moving. Yeah.
We have one question over there. Perfect.
Hello, Sir Nikolaj. It is very nice to meet you. I came all the way from Indonesia just to see you.
Well, I think that's my first
Yeah, and my wife are a huge fan of yours since season 3, obviously. And I don't have any question. If you don't mind, please can you say hi to my wife and send his regards.
Where is she?
She is back in Jakarta in Indonesia.
Is she watching this?
Yes. No, I will send the video.
Okay.
Her name.
She's there. The video's next to you. Hey, wife.
Her name is Mandy. Mandy, can you please say hi?
Hi, Mandy.
Okay, thank you so much. Next time.
I think. One question over here. Hello.
Yes, hi, nice to meet you. I want to know if there are any character traits of Jamie that are similar to you.
Any traits? We look alike. And actually,
Nothing else?
I had a guy come up to me last week and said, listen, you could make a lot of money being Jamie Lannister's photo. And I thought, yeah, I'm doing that. Traits, no, I think that I think I'm pretty loyal when it comes to it, and family is very important to me. And also, I hate when people jump to conclusions about who I am based on what they've heard or stuff like that. And but there's a lot of things that are quite different. Hi.
About Jamie, but about your career. I'm working in television and film business in the camera department, and it's very hard to get like productions in other countries. And you're from Denmark, but have been to huge productions like Game of Thrones, but other things before. And I wanted to know how did you, make it from little Denmark to the big US and other productions.
Yeah, I guess it was. Thank you for the question. And well, it's a combination of you have to have some luck, and I guess a little bit of talent, and then you have to have a lot of perseverance. The beauty of being really young, when I was young, back when I was young, is that you have no idea that things are not going to work out like that. You just, I was just assumed that obviously this is going to work out. So it took me years to realize that, and thousands of rejections before I started doubting that. And then suddenly I got, I got breaks. But I don't think there is not a formula. You just have to crack at it.